In this video, I wanted to go over just all of my different Pokemon and just kind of my favorite Pokemon, and over the course of me playing this game, which ones are my favorites, and just after that, go over just PvP and some strategies that I personally think are superior, and some recommendations of Pokemon. So the first thing I wanted to go over was just all the Pokemon that I have. So being that this is my first YouTube video, I kind of wanted to show you guys what I currently have. So I'm at level 30 right now, so I'm not too far into the level system. I got back into the game maybe a few months ago, but I did play the game when it first came out. I just didn't really stick to it as much as I should have, but I'm back. During the time of this recording, the December Community Day for 2018 just wrapped up, and as you can see, I got a bunch of Metagross and T-Tars. I have a few, I believe I have 6 Smackdown T-Tars. Not all of them have the optimal moves, but I just wanted to make sure that I grabbed as many Smackdown T-Tars that I could. I also have a team of 6 Metagrosses. This one in particular being my best one because it's a lucky and it's a pretty high IV. I guess my prized Pokemon, you can say, are my lucky Dragonite here, which I've had for maybe a few months. We got it from a trade. Favorite is this Charizard, just because it's my favorite Pokemon and because it's shiny. It looks so cool. It's black and it has red wings. Like, how can you not like it? So yeah, I've got a few Pokemon. I don't have many powered up. I can show you my shiny collection here. Oops, spelled that wrong. Here you go. So a lot of these are community days Pokemon, so I don't have too many non-exclusive community day ones that are easier to catch, but one in particular that was really cool to catch was this Rapidash. I actually found the Ponyta and evolved it to Rapidash, but I think it looks so cool. I definitely did go out and look for this one because of how cool it looked. But other than that one, most of these are. Oh, I also got a couple of pincers when they were out in abundance during the duration of time. Um, so yeah, this is kind of my shiny collection. Let me know in the comments below what you guys have, and if you have any in particular. But I will be coming back to this Charizard later during the video, just because of PvP. But yeah, that's kind of my collection for Pokemon. Move on to discuss PvP. So here I have this Pokemon Go Hub's explanation. I thought I'd have it up here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about when we discuss it. But essentially, if you haven't heard of PvP, it's just a battle system introduced, that Niantic is introducing to the game. It's essentially breaking up player versus player battles into 3 different components: Great, Ultra, and Master League, with each having a CP cap. So that means that Great League you can enter with Pokemon who have 1500 CP or lower, Ultra League 2500 CP or lower, and Master League with no CP limit. So anything goes. One thing that was mentioned was that Ditto and Shedinja are Pokemon that are not usable for any of the leagues at this time, but any other Pokemon, I believe, is is an option to use during these battle leagues. But essentially, just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on the whole PvP system and just kind of my recommendations. I'm just going to scroll down so you guys can see more of the details, but essentially this is a breakdown of the whole battle league. Here you can choose the different league you want to battle somebody in, and for the battle sequence, you're allowed 3 different selections of Pokemon. So you really have to be smart in what you choose, since you don't really have a bunch of options during the battle. But yeah, that's pretty much what this article sums up. And I'm sure you guys have read more details on the whole Pokemon PvP system. So I just kind of wanted to jump in and talk about different strategies and just things to take into account when choosing your your battle Pokemon. So it's pretty straightforward for the Master League. You really just want to go with the best meta current meta Pokemon like Mewtwo, Metagross, Moltres. So just Rayquaza, all those high CP Pokemon selections. Since there are no CP limits, you just want to go with a hard-hitting Pokemon in this sense. It gets more interesting when you go into the Ultra League and Great League, because here, since there are CP limits, you really need to be more aware of your choices, and your choices will ultimately matter more. You won't see the same teams chosen. You kind of want to choose Pokemon who in the system before PvP kind of had great potential, but were let down by their overall stats. So for example, in the Ultra League, you have Pokemon like Flygon who really don't shine because of their stats, but do have great typing, great moves. What you really want to focus on for this Ultra League is Pokemon that cap near the 2500 level, because that means that you can have Pokemon near level 40, meaning that they will max out their stats, but also not go over this 2500 CP limit. So while you still can enter with Pokemon like Mewtwo and Rayquaza, with lower levels, it might in some scenarios it may make more sense to go in with Pokemon who can cap out near this level, so that you get their max stat boosts, especially Pokemon who have great movesets and great typing, but just didn't have that optimal stat count, like for example Flygon. Which brings me back to why I had referenced my Charizard. This current Charizard, shiny Charizard, is at 2460, and I did that intentionally because I know that really Charizard isn't a Pokemon that's going to be of any use in the Master League, but in the Ultra League, especially with a move like Blast Burn, this won't be a bad option, definitely a viable option. So same goes for Great League. You kind of want to go down to your list of Pokemon and just kind of see what Pokemon you have near that 1500 range. And Pokemon like this one, like my Alolan Raichu, just kind of slightly surpasses it, but this one surpasses the cap of 1540, but this wouldn't make a bad option. I don't have one currently, but Pokemon like Sableye, like Mawile, those type of Pokemon have really great typing, and don't reach really high CP levels, so you can definitely increase their levels pretty high and make them usable for this great league. So that's kind of my thoughts on the whole PvP system, my recommendations. I definitely do want to make a video being more detailed on the whole PvP system and whatnot, but for this initial video I just wanted to show you guys my Poke haul and just kind of showcase what I currently have, and my favorite ones. Clearly Charizard my favorite here, but yeah, so hope you liked the video. I'll definitely be trying to make more videos out here. Feel free to leave a comment about what your favorite Pokemon is in your Poke haul, and I'll make sure to let you know how I feel about it. But yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching the video. See you next time.